Join me as I hut-to-hut hike across the Dolomites. This mountain range is located in northern Italy. All across the Dolomites are these small family-owned huts or refugios. Most of them are only accessible by foot or by chairlift. I first found out about the hut-to-hut hiking last year, and as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to experience this. So over the next 3 days, we will be hiking across the mountains and staying in 3 different huts. Come along. Driving into San Vito is like stepping into the sound of music. We stayed one night at a hotel at the base of where we'll start the hike. Since we'll only be taking our backpacks for the next 3 days, we had to do some repacking of just our essentials, and then we left our big suitcases in the rental car, and the hotel was gracious enough to let us keep the car parked on site. We woke up early this morning and had a quick breakfast before heading to the trail. Our hike actually starts at this breathtaking view that has been on my list of places to visit for years. I can't believe I finally got to see it. It's easily one of the most Instagram famous lakes in Italy. We got there around 6:30 and there was already quite a few people there taking pictures and doing videos, so I recommend going very early. Our hike today is around 8 miles to our first hut, and it is an incline almost the entire way. To say this is one of the more challenging things I've ever done in my life is an understatement. The higher we climbed, the more spectacular it got. The Dolomites are a UNESCO World Heritage Site. They were added in 2009 for the beauty and uniqueness of their landscape. This mountain range is definitely so unique, and the terrain changed a lot throughout our hike. As you can see, there's a lot of areas where it's rocky, and it's actually limestone because the mountain range used to be covered completely by water. There's also places of dense trees and just gorgeous greenery. It was just really stunning.
Little snack break.
This little part right here I had seen videos of, and I was very nervous. This is called a scramble. I'm not a seasoned hiker, so I wasn't familiar with this term, but I do not like the idea of scrambling up a mountain. It was a straight drop off on one side with just a metal chain to hold on to help guide you up these pretty steep rocks. I won't lie, I was so scared, but all in all, it wasn't that bad, and if I could do it, anybody can do it. Once we got past the steep rocks, it was about another 45 minutes of incline before we crested the peak and saw our first Refugio. Cheers! We enjoyed beers and the view, and then we had lunch because we were starving. We had just about 30 more minutes of hiking before we were gonna arrive at the Refugio where we were staying the night. So we really just took our time on this part and really enjoyed how unique the landscape is. We're staying at Rifugio Sennes for the night, and I was so impressed with this place. It was beautiful, it was clean, the food was incredible. Here's our room for the night, and each floor had a shared bathroom. So we got checked in, we had dinner, we took hot showers, and then we were ready for bed by 8 p.m. But I definitely recommend this gorgeous Refugio. Day 2 started bright and early. We had a quick breakfast before starting our hike to the next Refugio. Day 2 was calling for rain, so we were a little bit nervous because we didn't want to get stuck in a downpour, but we did have ponchos just in case. The trail was a lot less intense this day, so we were able to take our time and stop for some photo ops along the way. About halfway through the hike, we stopped at Refugio Fanes, and we had coffee and a little snack, and they also had this playground, so we had to enjoy that for a minute. We had about 4 or 5 miles left to the next hut, but the rain had held off up to this point, so we were hopeful that it would stay that way. See part 2 for the rest of day 2 and day 3 of our hike.